starts now.
Good evening, everyone. If you were looking to get supplies for that home improvement project in Columbus today, you may have hit a roadblock. Columbus Lowe's is closed. Cleaning crews were called in after Mayor Robert Smith shut it down because an employee tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week. WCBI's Bobby Martinez talks to some outraged employees, and he joins us live outside the store. Bobby?
Good evening, Joey. Employees tell me today the woman that tested positive for coronavirus made it known she was experiencing symptoms, and that's when managers should have closed its doors.
The store is now closed.
Everybody at risk.
An empty parking lot was a sight for Lowe's customers on Thursday. The popular home improvement store was forced to close up shop Wednesday night after an employee tested positive for the virus. Columbus Mayor Robert Smith says his office started receiving calls claiming that the store's supervisor were trying to keep the positive COVID-19 test under wraps.
An anonymous person called to the office and talked to my secretary and asked her if she would pass the word on to me that a person was tested positive to the coronavirus and that the supervisor hadn't passed it on to the other employees.
Smith notified Columbus police and says the store manager then admitted to an officer that an employee did test positive Tuesday. Employees that wanted to remain anonymous reached out to WCBI. They say their coworker told other employees that she had the virus. They believe management ignored the warning signs.
Text message from the lady herself, and she was telling her, she had this corona. She had this corona, and she's going to be out for a while.
It was something that I felt could have been prevented, because once it got out to the employees that this employee did have it, because she was showing symptoms for weeks now, and she stopped coming to work. And so once the word made it back to management, he just completely denied the rumor.
Smith says Lowe's must clean the store according to CDC guidelines.
I agreed that if they followed through with what they agreed to, then they could open back up tomorrow morning at their regular time, which is at 6 o'clock.
And moments ago, Lowe's did contact me with a statement, and I'll have all that information for you on our website at WCBI.com. For now, live in Columbus, Bobby Martinez, WCBI News.
Health officials are reporting more than 100 new COVID-19 cases and 4 deaths, including one in Chickasaw County. The numbers bring the state's total to 1,177 positive coronavirus tests. Total 26 people have died. The death in Chickasaw County is the first there. 353 people have been or are hospitalized because of coronavirus. Nearly 60% of the people infected in the state are women. Only 4 of Mississippi's 82 counties are not reporting any positive COVID-19 infections. Alabama is now reporting more than 1,200 coronavirus cases. Pickens County has seen a sharp increase in the number of positive tests. The total there now stands at 9. Lamar County is still only reporting 1 COVID-19 case. There have been 17 confirmed deaths, with several more suspected. Unemployment claims reach over 80,000 in Alabama this past week. The Alabama Department of Labor says over 70,000 of the claims were COVID-19 related. In our viewing area, Pickens County had 257 claims. Lamar County had 166. All industries saw increases in unemployment claims. The Labor Department says, though, that the majority of those claims were in the service industry, but healthcare, social services, manufacturing, and retail all saw increases. The academic school year is set to resume in Alabama on Monday. The academic school year is set to resume school on Monday. But when the bell rings, the desks will still be empty. Governor Kay Ivey issued an order closing all public and private school buildings and advised school districts to come up with alternative methods for finishing the year. Quentin Smith speaks with school leaders in Lamar County and tells us what's next for their students.
This is how teachers and students in the Lamar County School District are accustomed to having class. The teacher is at the front of the room presenting their daily lesson plan. But COVID-19 is now changing that. South Lamar High School principal Lisa Wright says they've had to come up with alternative measures to finish out the school year.
Well, our plan that we have in place is to do some online classes for those who have the internet capabilities. And then our other students who do not have internet capabilities will do what used to be called correspondence courses, where they will pick up packets from the school on Monday and complete. And this is more just to make sure there's not a slide in proficiency on what the students have already learned.
School leaders say they're relying on parents during this time to help ensure students are staying on top of their work.
We're not saying that they need to do 5 hours a day, but if you'll just touch on it a little bit during the day, it will help prevent that slide of proficiency that we are trying to prevent from happening, since the students will be out for so long.
All of the work will be turned in by May 6th, but not all of the material will be graded. Seniors who are on track to graduate won't have to complete any of this work. However, for those students who may be struggling in their classes, there is still time to make some improvements.
Those students who, at the end of the third 9 weeks, who had a failing grade are being given opportunities to bring that grade up.
Wright says teachers will communicate with students regularly by either phone or email. Although this was a quick transition, district leaders believe this is the best plan to help keep students on the right track.
Our kids are not going to miss a beat in their academic career from this. We have next year to look at what standards maybe need to be hit on and reviewed, and so we'll take it from there.
Now, packets go out on Monday, April 6th from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. The district will send a message to all parents letting them know where they can pick them up. If anyone is unable to pick up the packets during those times, contact your child's school.
Very nice weather today around our region. Our Alpha Insurance Camera Network captures the higher clouds drifting through Louisville, Mississippi today. Not too bad here. Temperatures getting back into the lower 70s as expected. And as you venture on out this evening, we are still at 70 in Starkville, 71 in West Point, 72 in Winona, Tupelo, and Oxford right now. So pretty nice. Columbus not reporting, but we are in the low 70s as of right now. Scattered high clouds drifting from west to east. No moisture in that, so that means a great evening, a pretty nice sunset as well. Temperatures slipping into the 60s after 7 o'clock, down into the 50s for a good chunk of this evening. Upper 40s to around 50 for lows tonight, and we're back into the mid 70s tomorrow as we close out the week. Joey, your full forecast coming up.
Lowndes County investigators released new details about Wednesday's deadly officer-involved shooting, including that the suspect had a gun allegedly and how an unmarked truck was stolen. Deputies were alerted about a vehicle that Austin Hines reportedly stole from North McCrary Road that morning. A detective spotted the stolen truck on Ridge Road, and that's when the pursuit started into the city. Investigators say Hines hit several vehicles, including a deputy's patrol car. He then drove the stolen truck between a set of tracks, railroad tracks that is, near 7th Avenue North and got stuck. Deputies report Hines jumped out, leaving a 15-year-old female inside the vehicle. He then reportedly pointed a weapon at a deputy. That deputy fired at Hines, and shortly afterwards, the Columbus man stole an unmarked patrol truck. Hines drove among several officers, and that's when several law enforcement shot at the truck. The suspect died at the scene. 3 Lowndes County deputies and 1 Columbus police officer have been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation, which is standard procedure. West Point's K-9 team is riding in style thanks to some help from the public. The duo of K-9 officer Kenzo and his partner, Sergeant Arnie Cade, needed a new ride to hit the streets safely in West Point. A fundraiser by K9s United helped out, but it still came up about $17,000 short. But donations from Satina Manufacturing and an anonymous Clay County native made the new ride and equipment a reality. Sergeant Cade and Kenzo are excited and grateful for the SUV. Kenzo will work narcotics. His handler says he's got a nose for the job.
A lot of times we're not able to find it because obviously we can't smell, and sometimes it's concealed inside the vehicle itself, and we're not able to find it, but his nose is pretty sensitive.
The price tag for the new rig was about $48,000.
Car dealerships are being impacted by the coronavirus and the governor's shelter-in-place order. We'll tell you how they're coping with all that. That's coming up on WCBI News.
Welcome back, everyone. The coronavirus is impacting businesses of all types, including car dealerships. WCBI's Allie Martin checks in with a local dealership to see how they're trying to keep employees and customers safe while making sales.
At Barnes Crossing Hyundai, the showroom is open, but the coronavirus and the shelter-in-place order issued by the governor is definitely having an impact.
You can definitely tell an impact on ourselves.
General Manager Will Cody says fewer people are coming into the showroom because of concerns over the virus and the economic downturn. The dealership is only allowing no more than 10 people in the showroom and service waiting area at one time. The popcorn machine has been unplugged, and there is also a full-time cleaning person on staff.
We want to prevent this from being spread to our customers or our employees.
With the sharp drop in foot traffic, online sales are helping fill in the gap. Barnes Crossing Hyundai introduced its online buying experience almost 1 year ago, before anyone knew about the coronavirus.
You can pick out the car you want. We can schedule an online or at-home test drive.
Cody says the digital dealership experience has been a huge advantage for his sales staff and for customers.
Our customers can go online, they can select a car. We have high quality photos, 360 cameras that take great picture quality. They can apply for financing, negotiate their deal, negotiate their trade-in. They can do 100% car shopping online and then elect to have the car delivered to them.
Traffic has also been down at the service department, but many customers are scheduling appointments online as well. And for those who do come in and wait, chairs are 6 feet apart for social distance seating.
And I'm always wishing and hoping for the best. And if we just follow protocol, I think we will be okay.
Well, it works out good for me. I'm isolated in my office and at home, and don't even want to be out very much, but unfortunately had to get some things taken care of here at the dealership. So I was glad to see that they had the chairs spread out so that we wouldn't have to all stand outside.
So like any other business, car dealerships are dealing with a new temporary normal, but staffers will tell you there's one constant. They say a satisfied customer is the best defense against a downturn in the economy. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
And the dealership has also adjusted its hours. You can find that information on their Facebook page. All right, Keith, a good day if you want to go out and kick some tires, look at a dealership,
hey,
right?
There you go. Anything else, too, for that matter. We'll do it again tomorrow, Joey. Look at this big temperature contrast. We're very nice and mild here. Very winter-like across the northern plains. And look at this snow up there in Fargo, North Dakota earlier today. It's still snowing up there in the Dakotas right now. We don't have to worry about that. Your full forecast is next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Good to see you on this Thursday evening. Some of you working from home right now at the home office. Tomorrow, not too bad at all. As you look out the window, we should see a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures in the 40s and low 50s initially in the morning, then we're back into the mid 70s in the afternoon. It should be a pretty nice day for us here. City by city, 75 in Columbus and Ackerman. Same story in Louisville, maybe 74 in West Point and Starkville. For you in Tupelo, 74 in Bruce and Houston. Winds from the southeast about 3 to 7 miles per hour. West Alabama, 75, 76, maybe 77 there in Vernon. We'll see. But very nice weather here for our Friday. Speaking of Vernon, that's our Alpha Insurance Camera Network. Our time lapse at Durham. You can see the clouds increasing this afternoon. But all things considered, a great day. Abundant blue sky this morning. Now we have a mix of high clouds and some sunshine. 70 degrees, the current temperature over there. And we've got mild temperatures across the board. 72 in Memphis, 75 Little Rock. We were going to break and we showed you that cold weather lurking back to the northwest. It's not really coming our way. We have clouds spilling on in from the west right now. There are some showers here and some thunder showers, but that moisture is really going to peter out here as it gets closer and closer to us. So this evening, notice how the clouds will spill on in. Can't rule out an isolated shower tomorrow. We will call it variably cloudy. There could be more clouds than sun, but a southeast wind should still boost us into the mid-70s. As we get into our Saturday, a slightly better opportunity for a shower or storm, but rain chances just 10 to 20% tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. You can see some of those clouds may hold on into Sunday, but overall, not a lot of moisture going through the weekend for us. So if you do have some outdoor chores, they should be okay. Upper 40s, low 50s for tonight, not as cool. Some Spots may get into the mid to upper 40s, other spots lower 50s. It all depends on the cloud cover situation tonight. 74 in Tupelo tomorrow, 75 Columbus, as we mentioned, 77 in Jackson and Meridian across the Twin States here, looking pretty good. 77 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday. We are looking at 78 with a better chance for some rain and storms on Monday. 80 on Tuesday, 84 Wednesday, 79 on Thursday. Scattered storms possible each and every day early next week. There's your forecast. More of the show after the break.
WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
Tom Ebel, Courtney Robb, Chris Bolton, joined today by former WCBI reporter and Mississippi State women's basketball player and now assistant coach, Blair Schaefer. You have so many titles now, Blair. We can't keep up.
It's so weird. We'll just go with the latest one. I was going to say, I'm sure she officially goes by former WCBI reporter to everyone.
If you look back in the time machine, this was a week ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. You probably had some of the biggest, best, craziest days of your life with the NCAA tournament. Just a real quick question. Through this quarantine time, how many times have you YouTubed old memories?
Well, I don't necessarily YouTube it. We use Synergy since, I'm on the staff now, so I have access to that. So I have looked up old games a lot just because life without sports is fun, especially when that's all you've known your whole life. So it usually pops up on my Facebook first. So that reminds me of what happened 1 year ago through 10 years ago. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, that was a great game. So I'll go look it up and post it on either Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And it's weird and it's kind of sad because I was really excited to see like what our team was going to do this year. When we were going to go to the NCAA tournament, that's what you play for all year. And so when you play so hard and so good to potentially get a really good seed for the youth of your team, and then like this happens, it's kind of hard. But yeah, I have seen a lot of stuff from the past few years and the past few weeks as we've been quarantined.
And Blair, you mentioned a lot of duties that you've been doing, coaching lately with everything changing. What have you enjoyed the most about being a coach, being in that circle now?
I've been a part of the program, but I was a player. So what I listen for and like when I go out and play a game and we're in huddles and timeouts, I'm listening for like my next like instruction for plays and stuff. And so I'm not thinking about our whole team or, wow, Tierra McCowan is 6'7", like we need to be getting her the ball on the right block because of X, Y, and Z. Like I'm just listening to my part, what I need to do in the play, whatever. So now that I'm on the other side, I'm able to fully realize how much is going on all the time during games. You're trying to put every single person on your team in the best position to be successful, which I am, I'm used to that. When I played with Roe was a lefty, I was a righty, so we had to put each other on the right side of the floor to where when we drove, we could use our strong hands. So now on the other side, I'm watching like my dad and Coach Harris and Coach Jackson and Lovato just brainstorm and huddle, but it's at a quick pace on like where certain people should be on the floor and why. And he has plays already in his mind ready for that, and he can draw it up on the board within like 5 seconds. And so for me, I'm just like trying to engage 24/7 to try and learn how to do that.
They're going back to this being the 3 years since Morgan hit the shot against UConn. What is maybe a story about either that game going up into the game or after the game that is something that you'll always remember, or something that hasn't really been known?
First of all, I'll go into the whole shot aspect. So that game was overtime. In regulation, Morgan went against Gabby Williams to drive it. So she went all the way to the rim, and Gabby blocked it into the stands. And so Morgan had already gone up with Gabby in that game one-on-one. And so this was her second time around to go up against her. And since she went all the way to the rim the first time, she felt that Gabby was going to think she was going to try and drive it again because Morgan is so quick. And so Morgan has a really quick first step. So in Morgan's mind, she was thinking, okay, she thinks I'm going to drive it again. I'm going to give her a quick hesitation, quick first 2 steps as if I'm going to the rim and pull up. And so she was able to do that, and that's how she created that separation where she could at least get off the shot. So that's what was going on in Morgan's mind, something that I'll never forget. And Y'all, I'm telling you, I see it every time they post it on ESPN. As soon as Morgan hits the shot, me and Dominique go running to Morgan, and Dominique trips me, and I fall on the floor on my butt. And in that like 2-second process, I had to either tell myself, I'm going to sit right here, and we're going to acknowledge the fact that I just fell in front of these thousands of people in this arena, and the fact that this will be on game film forever, or I can get right back up and be like, you know what, it's fine, we're just all really excited. So I took option 2, and I got right back up. But every time they replay the shot, doesn't matter what angle, you see me go back, and I am busting it.
Pretty nice yesterday, pretty nice today. I think we'll duplicate it again for you Friday. A few more clouds out there, but 75 degrees. Can't rule out a shower or two here Saturday, partly cloudy Sunday. Most of the weekend should be dry for any outdoor activity there. As we get into next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to throw in a chance for some scattered showers and storms. Temperatures staying spring-like, Joey, in the upper 70s to low and mid 80s there. So
yeah,
we're in April. It's starting to warm up.
Really good looking forecast, and we can still go on walks.
We can, and we must.
We can still go outside. I think you can even fish 2 at a time. So
there you go. Yes, you can.
All right. Thanks, Keith. Thank you for joining us, everybody.